All right, so we got to take a look at this video of Joe Budden talking to Isaiah Rashad. I don't know too much about Isaiah Rashad. He's a rapper. I think he was with Kendrick Lamar and TDE a handful of years ago. I don't know exactly what he's doing now, but we got Joe Budden, and being the old head that he is, he doesn't really understand what Isaiah Rashad is saying. I don't really understand what Isaiah Rashad is saying. I guess it's because I'm an old head too, but the title of the post is Isaiah Rashad opens up about his orientation. And there's some pretty telling things in this, short little clip. So let's take a look at what Isaiah Rashad has to say about his orientation.
Parents knew, your girl knew. But for the people who didn't know, how do you identify today?
I'd say, I'm sexually fluid.
What? I'm sexually fluid. That means absolutely nothing. This is news speak of the highest order. The gender liquid, sex fluid. What are you talking about, bro? I mean, are you gay? You're straight? You're bisexual? No, you're just fluid. That's like a pansexual thing, and it's gonna get worse.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning about it myself. I'm getting put my heads in the books to find out the basics of it. But basically,
he's putting his head in the book to figure out his own sexuality. Bro, these are new problems. These are brand new things. You don't need to look to a book. I mean, you can, hang out, get a little bit of alone time and figure out what you're all about. But no book is going to tell you. I mean, who are you looking to? You're looking to some weirdo kindergarten teacher to indoctrinate you, bro. You're a grown man. You're a rapper. Figure it out. You don't need a book to tell you what your sexuality is. Of course, you already did, and you just made it up and called it fluid. So whatever.
Basically, I'm not in full control of when I walk into a room who I'm attracted to. Okay. And just because I grew up in high school, I dated this type of person. In college, I dated this type of person. Doesn't necessarily mean as an adult that it's gonna always be specific. But I'm more so attracted to a personality. I'm attracted sometimes to the intellect, and sometimes just being attracted to somebody.
Bro, if you're gay, just say it. It's okay. I'm gay. I'm attracted to the intellect, bro. You're reaching. This is a reach. It's absolute nonsense. If you were truly comfortable with yourself, you would just say, okay, I'm gay. But it's just him pandering to every single level of this weirdo sexual gender identity stuff. So now he can get on the radar because, if I'm not mistaken, nobody was really checking for his music. But I'm guessing now, and I'm guilty of this, that people are going to be talking about this a little bit more because he's part of the LGBTQ, gender identity victim class. So he's going to sell more records now.
So you're not monogamous?
Definitely right now.
So you are monogamous?
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, right now. Yeah.
But if I'm sexually fluid,
that doesn't mean I'm going out. That doesn't mean I'm going out and just doing whatever.
It sound like
it's just I have.
Grandparents knew, your girl knew.
Okay, next slide.
I have an understanding with myself that to not expect anything out of myself as far as an attraction. If I get close to somebody, get close enough with somebody, I might end up being attracted to him or to her or whomever.
Wait, pause it. So he's quite literally just talking nonsense. He doesn't want to say he's straight. He doesn't want to say he's gay because he doesn't want to, and kudos to him for this. He doesn't want to alienate any of the marketplace, I suppose. But if you were truly comfortable with everything you're doing, you could just say it and it wouldn't matter what other people think, but you just have to sit there and say, well, I'm fluid. I don't have control when I go into a room. I'm attracted to the intellect. That sounds very smart and just so level-headed, but in actuality, it's complete nonsense.
First learn this about yourself.
It's been gradual. It's been a gradual thing over the past couple of years. You notice. I noticed those things, and
so recent. You say the last few years.
Yeah, recently.
Well, no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Recently, the last couple of years, I've had a couple of experiences just dating and trying to hanging out and trying different honestly just trying different things I didn't expect that I would be trying.
Sober.
Just yeah.
Man, you're having a blast.
I mean, and then it just comes with it. And luckily, I date somebody who has a similar understanding of themselves in that way, which I was lucky.
No, it sounds like you don't have an understanding of yourself at all. But the point here is that he admits that it's only just been it's been recently, in the past couple of years, I've been, looking into the books to figure out what I'm all about, which is the epitome of what we're dealing with here. You want to talk about how teachers are grooming kids and Disney Plus and all these sort of weird things that come after the kids. This is a grown man who can't figure it out and admits to Joe Budden on a podcast that he's reading books to figure out about his own sexuality. So it's already too late for him. He's looking outside to somebody else. Of course, some other weird indoctrination, gender fluid scientist, pseudo doctor is going to tell you, well, yeah, you can just be whatever you want. Be a rhinoceros, be a giraffe, be a furry, be anything, as long as it's not just a normal person. And he's admitting that he has been properly confused by outside entities, and now he's looking back to them to tell him exactly what he should be doing.